It was rush hour in New York City. Suddenly, a department store exploded. While the major case squad was investigating, the bomber called in. He specifically named, demanding that a detective named John go to Harlem to do something. Otherwise, in a public place, the explosions would continue. This was no small matter. They found John, who was hungover. At the time, he was suspended. He was having conflicts with his wife, and his daughter often ignored him. These days, John's only hobby was heavy drinking. Now, at the bomber's designated location, as per the instructions, John could only wear shorts, and arrived at an intersection in the black neighborhood. There was another demand. Everyone else had to stay 10 blocks away, leaving virtually no backup. John wore a Signabert. An older black woman glared at him. 2 kids were shocked when they saw it. The grocery store owner saw it, and it said, "I hate NRS."
Dial 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed.
The owner, named Zeus, approached John and suggested he leave quickly. If the thugs behind saw it, the consequences would be unimaginable. John understood as well. He told the man he was a cop. What the fuck? And was on duty. Eventually, he was discovered. John immediately explained the reason. He mentioned the morning's bombing. If he didn't comply, another explosion would occur in an hour. But for now, it wasn't too late. A black man threw a knife. No matter how much he explained, the crowd began to deal with him. Zeus was also accidentally stabbed. At that moment, Zeus saw the gun. To prevent things from escalating, Zeus stopped his black neighbors and hijacked a car to get John out of there. The two argued fiercely on the way. Then, they arrived at the police station together. John couldn't understand why the bomber specifically wanted him. However, he had just managed to prevent a bombing. The tech guy found the device at the amusement park. The setup was very professional. 2 containers of liquid. Alone, each liquid was harmless and wouldn't react. But when mixed together, even a small amount caused a reaction. In short, the bomb was expertly made.
Charlie, you're gonna be wearing that shirt!
Great stuff, Mike! Charlie!
Like I said, very cool stuff.
Then, a police officer discovered that a laboratory had been robbed. Around 2,000 pounds of those 2 liquids were stolen. It seemed this was a major case. The enemy could make many similar bombs. Then the bomber called again. He called himself Simon. He demanded that in 15 minutes, John and Zeus go to a public phone booth at the Broadway subway station to wait for his call. The rule of the game was no cops allowed. If they missed the call, they would lose. The consequence would be another explosion. John didn't hold back with him. He verbally attacked Simon. Then John's superior told Simon, "First, thank you for valuing John. But please believe John isn't worth it. He has offended too many people in the department. His wife wants nothing to do with him. He's just a steps away from being a real drunk."
Listen, you sound like a real smart guy. What is it that you want? Are you talking about money?
It was Zeus who was ready to leave. He said that's a white man's problem. He had no obligation to help them. The only reason he helped John in the black neighborhood earlier was because if a white cop were killed in a black neighborhood, by tomorrow thousands of white cops would show up, and every single one of them would be looking for an excuse to shoot. John holstered his gun and caught up with Zeus. He persuaded this kind-hearted man. Using his own methods, John told a lie, saying the bomb they found earlier was in a park in the black neighborhood. So the bomber didn't care about race. In this way, Zeus was convinced. They arrived at the designated location, cleared it out as police would, and sent away a woman who was using the phone. 15 minutes later, the phone rang. Simon told them there was a bomb in the nearby trash can. If they tried to run, he would detonate it immediately. Simon posed a riddle. If they got it wrong, he would detonate the bomb instantly. Luckily, Zeus was quick-witted and figured out the answer. Unfortunately,
Put your 10 seconds.
No, the answer is 1! There's a bomb in the traffic! Go!